Hey, my Cancers, what's going on? Happy Solar Return Day. I am Meaningful Intuitive Guided Tarot here, coming back to virtually celebrate your special day. As always, I always kick off, as I stated before in my shout out video to you, Cancers, that I always celebrate with whoever the zodiac sign is celebrating for the first of the month, bringing in the first of a month. Always come back to give you what I call my three-part bonus reading, tapping into the areas that we are that we are generally concerned about, and maybe having some curiosity as to what will be coming up for us. This will be a general collective reading for you Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, for my Divine Feminine, as well as for any of my masculine that will be watching this video. As I stated in my shout out video prior to this, that we're going to be tapping into the areas pertaining to personal, spiritual development to growth, followed by love and relationships, and then we will close out to see what is happening when it comes to money and finance surrounding your job and career. All right. Just as a recap, I did mention in that shout out video that you guys are having a new moon that's going to be coming on Friday. So the next 4 days, you guys are going to have a new moon that is going to be coming into your sign. So this is going to be a very quick general reading for the week. Do know that energies shift, they change, they don't stay, nothing is set in stone. But I say that because if you don't find that this reading at this particular time that I am recording this doesn't quite resonate for you, give it a couple of days. Give it a day. Give it a couple of days. It might begin to show itself, or the energies might begin to come into focus for you even a week after. All right. But also it can maybe shift as it might be building up momentum coming up to that new moon on Friday. So you put it where it fits. But at any time that you feel that this reading did resonate, but you want a more extended version of this reading, I am always open for private sessions, so the information will be linked in the description box. You can always reach out to me there via email for a personal reading. Now, with all that being said, let's get right into your reading. All right, so we're going to kick off by starting with personal and spiritual development to growth. And so the energy message that I got there is this: having healed the inner child, completed an emotional roller coaster cycle, you are now ready. So I've picked up with the cards that have come out for this particular part of your reading. You guys might have been dealing with some sort of emotional roller coaster type of phase. And I feel that with that being said, that you are now done. So when I mention about key phrasing inner child, I feel that for some of you that you had to kind of heal, that you have already had to kind of step away from whatever that is. Okay, now for some it is connected to a relationship. Sometimes when we have to do some inner work, that is the shadow side of ourselves. We all have a shadow side, right? But I feel that for you Cancers, that some of you might have been needing to heal pertaining to some sort of relationship. But with that being said, let's see what was the general dominant, strongest energy that did come out surrounding this part of your life. And the card that came out is the Knight of Cups, or the Knight of Water. This is, you guys, element, as you should know that Cups is connected to the water sign. So you guys being Cancers, you are very much in your element. So as soon as this came out, I felt that there was some emotional roller coaster type of energy that you guys might have been dealing with for the past couple of weeks, maybe months, maybe even a year. So you put that in terms of the time frame in which and how this will mean for you. But the Knight of Cups is an energy that is of emotions. It's also, it can be many things. So I'm picking up more than just one specific message when it comes to this Knight of Cups energy. So for maybe a portion of you, the Knight of Cups can be that you are now behind that emotional type of energy where you have been maybe holding your feelings in towards someone, because the Knight of Cups is like that of an offer, a love offer. But I feel that if this is a masculine, and I feel strongly that this is like for my masculine that might be watching, but if you are a feminine, maybe this is the masculine that is in your life that maybe was dealing with some sort of emotional type of issues, so to speak, and they needed to kind of go within to heal. But if you are the masculine that is watching this, you maybe needed to heal. Now, if you look really closely at this, and I don't know how well you will see because my ring light is very bright, but there's an energy that is like, there we go, coming out above the waters, which to me symbolizes that you guys has had your emotions buried underneath, buried very deep within. And now you have healed that inner child. You have healed some emotional instability, right? Or instability. And now this image here is above the water, meaning that you are lifted up. You have come out of the bottom, the surface of the water, and now you are ready to face whatever you need to face. If it's a relationship, then you are now coming out very brave, very confident. Maybe there is a relationship where maybe you wanted to maybe take it to the next level, and maybe you got scared, or maybe you weren't ready yet, and maybe there was some type of emotional type of scars from the past that maybe kind of hampered, is that the word? Hampered. I think you know what I'm trying to say. That maybe kind of interfered with you taking things further with your current prospective mate, if that makes sense. But in whichever way, I feel that you guys have healed that inner child. You are ready now, very confident more than ever. You are ready to approach love because you realize that this is something that you really want. Now, for some of you, but you know what? Before we get to that, I might be jumping a little ahead because it always seemed to collaborate in terms of what I pick up from the personal. It always bleeds over into the love. So if I do kind of jump a little ahead, it's because it's connecting. So really what's going on in your personal life has a lot to do with a relationship. But I feel that for another portion of you, you might have been separated from someone that you might have been separate, that you are in separation and have been distant from someone that maybe you were in love with. But again, maybe somehow you weren't ready to take things seriously to the next level. All right, you put it where you can, where it applies to you. So that Knight of Cups is now you're ready to bring an offer. Maybe it's a proposal. It's that marriage type of energy. Or if you've been dating, maybe you're just wanting to make the relationship more solid. You understand what I'm saying? So you're taking it from dating to a more solid, official, exclusive type of relationship. Now, for maybe one or two of you, the Knight of Cups could just also meaning loving yourself. You're not looking for someone else to give you love. It's almost like you're recognizing at this point, maybe you've been low in terms of your emotions. Maybe you have been mistreating yourself and how you feel about yourself. So now it's like, I am loving what I have. Loving, that doesn't make sense. No, let's see. I want to say this correctly. So give me a second while I get my thoughts here. It's almost like you're saying, regardless of who loves me, at the end of the day, I have to love myself. What I bring to the table. If others don't see my worth and my value, I have to see my worth. So I hope that that makes sense. I kind of struggle there a little bit, but it's okay. I'm human. It happens, right? But I think you guys get the picture. But for the majority of you, I feel that this is definitely involving someone that you are in separation from, someone that you have kind of taken a pause, out from singing them because you needed to go within to heal that inner child, if that all makes sense, and I think it do. Now, we're going to shift down to clarify that Nine of Cups, and the two cards that came out is that of the Ten of Wands paired with the Emperor. So the Ten of Wands is that cycle that has completed at this time. You have healed. You are done. You have come out of that hermit mode. You have went within, taking time away to kind of heal what you need to heal. Because the best thing to do when you know that you need to heal certain maybe scars from the past, the best thing to do is to retract, go into a hermit mode, and to kind of resolve those issues so that when you are done and you feel that you are now ready to move forward, right? Whether it's with your own personal development or moving forward with someone else, then only then you are able to truly heal yourself, right? Because it's almost like you know that there is something that you have to kind of solve. And so you know that you need to retract to get that time alone. Solitude is what you guys probably have been in, to trying to figure things out, and that's the best way to do it, right? So it's like, before I go further, there's some things I still need to work on myself. So you've been working on yourself, right? And so by doing that, now you have come up as the Emperor. The Emperor is someone that is confident, who is in control. It's like you have gotten back control of your emotions. Now it's more stable. Maybe before it was not stable. It was something was off there, right? You was going through, as I mentioned, a roller coaster type of emotional type of phase. And so with the Ten of Wands, tens signifies usually the ending of a cycle. So I feel that you guys have successfully at this point completed this cycle. And like I said, if you haven't, if you're not there yet, you will be during the course of this week. And as I mentioned, with this new moon, it might even happen maybe later on this week upon the new moon, and maybe even after. All right, so that is what I picked up pertaining to your overall energy for this week. Now we're going to shift down and switch over from now recognizing what your personal development has been looking like. Now I always say that when we work on our personal self, it does correlate and help us with our spiritual developmental growth. So we're going to close out this portion of your reading by looking at the messages that your spirit guides want you to know at this time in terms of developing even more. And so the first guided message is coming from the Angel Guided Oracle deck. And the message here, what came out was spiritual growth. So when that came out, I know, there we go. Spiritual growth. That's exactly what you guys needed to do. You was going through some sort of spiritual growth. Yes, you was working on your inner growth, your personal developmental growth, but it also is going to help with your overall spiritual growth. They go hand in hand. So this is what you guys have done. So I feel that this is something that has already been completed. Now, another message that your spirit guides want you to know for encouragement and for inspiration, they have here, what came out is this: sit in silence. Now, again, I feel this is what has already been done, but maybe for a portion of you, this is what will happen maybe in the days to come, to sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer. So for some of you, this has already passed, where you have already meditated, retracted, disconnected, right? Went within to get answers. And in doing that, you are helping to heal that inner child within yourself. Healing that shadow side that maybe you were struggling with, right? But Spirit says here that they are as well on that journey with you. So you are never alone on your journey. The last final message from your spirit guides when it comes to this part of your life is this: when there are questions you need assistance with, Go inward. Sit with yourself, meditate on the question, ask for our help also. Then trust your intuition. And you Cancers, you guys are already highly intuitive. So always go within. Trust that inner guidance, that inner compass is what is going to give you your answers. It says, trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are always with you. So you guys are already intuitive. You already know. A lot of times I feel that's where that lack of confidence comes in at. It reminds me of a friend of mine's where I always tell her, you know the answer. You got to trust your intuition, you know. And sometimes I feel that Cancers maybe struggle with that. They have it intuitively, but the key to your intuition is trusting it, believing what you sense, believing what you feel, because that is what is going to be the answer. That is going to be the guidance that you need in resolving and dealing with whatever it is that you are seeking answers for. Always trust your inner guidance, because you know what? It will not lead you or stir you in the wrong direction. All right? So, I got over that. I'm a bit warm right now. I don't know what's going on with me, but we're going to get through this. So we got through the first part. So that is what I got there when it comes to the personal and spiritual developmental growth. All right, guys? So I hope that was helpful. If that message resonated, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs button to give me a like. Now we're going to shift over into the next part of your reading, and that is love and relationships. What is the energy message there? Nothing and no one can keep true love apart. What is meant to be in your life will be there. And what and how did I come up with that energy message? Let's talk about the cards that have come out. So the two cards that have come out pertaining to that, one of which is the Six of Swords, okay, and the Seven of Wands, okay. So the Six of Swords is connected to air energy. Now, for some of you, you might be connected with someone of air sign, being a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, or it could be someone that is of fire sign, as Wands is connected to fire element, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. All right. If you're not dealing with these signs or elements, it doesn't matter. It's just about the energy behind the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords shows that there has been some sort of disconnection. Remember, I mentioned briefly in your personal that I felt that some of you are in separation. The Six of Swords shows that you guys at some point maybe left, okay, to get a peace of mind, to kind of go into that hermit mode, because the Six of Swords is coming out of chaos, coming out of disturbances, disturbance of the mind, body, and soul. They're going back to the spiritual growth that you guys either have just came out of or will be going into. You're needing some type of mental clarity. Swords is connected to the mind, the mental suits. But paired with the Seven of Wands, it's also that of retracting, protecting your energy, protecting your focus. So you needed to separate. I feel that there's a return. Now, for some of you, you will be reconciling. So if you were in separation, I strongly feel that some of you will be reconciling with your person that you have been at distance or in separation from. All right. I really strongly feel that. I don't really pick up so much. Generally, sometimes when it comes to this area, I get both love, or like for the single ladies or the single men out there, or I would get a combination of both. For this particular scenario today, I feel that this is more for those that this particular message is going to be for those that I feel that is connected to someone and have been separated from, because I strongly feel that there is some sort of coming back together, if you will, to talk and discuss, because you are ready, whether it's my feminine or my masculine. If my feminine is watching this, I feel it's your masculine that is going to be coming back around, wanting to talk, wanting to kind of tell you and let you know, spoiler alert, possibly, that they are ready now for that commitment. Okay? So that's what I got there. Now, the love oracle that have come out to kind of symbolize what is the Six of Swords. The love oracle for the Six of Swords is coffee cup. And this is what I'm saying. It says here, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. So I feel that it's almost like you guys are going to kind of go back, start fresh, go back to like you're dating again, to work back up to that. Okay? But in either way, I feel that you guys, maybe has already happened, that you guys have started to already kind of converse and to maybe have met up. Or maybe this is something that is going to happen, that you guys will talk, set up a date, get together and talk things through. Have like that heart to heart kind of conversation. Because I feel that someone, whether it's, I feel more the masculine, that they have been suppressed. Their feelings have been suppressed. So now I feel that this is going to be a period of time that if this is a masculine, you're going to be more confident to kind of express how you've been feeling. And if this is my divine feminine that is watching, your person is going to come to you and approach you to have that heart-to-heart conversation. So you got to see which side of the gender this falls for you. Now coming down as we close out, we're going to close out with the angel message in terms of what is their advice. Behind the oracle of coffee cup connected to the Six of Swords, they have what came out is attraction. There is strong attraction between you two. Okay, I'm so sorry that it's not really picking up. There we go. So you see attraction. And the message here is you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. But I just feel that you guys love each other. There is definitely strong attraction. And it kind of goes back to my energy message behind this is that if love is meant to be, it will be there. Nothing and no one can, what did I say? Nothing and no one can keep true love apart. So not only is there attraction, but I feel there's strong love between you and someone else. And it's interesting because now as we shift over to get the love oracle for the Seven of Wands, guess what came out? Twin flames. So for some of you, this is your twin flame. For those that believe in twin flames, I never was so big on that. But obviously, there are some that do have that connection, that twin flame, that yin and that yang, but also, you know, soulmates, however you want to put it, whether you feel that your person is your twin flame or your person is your soulmate, that this is some type of strong connection that you two have. So even though you might be in separation, I feel that there is a coming back together. There is some type of reconciliation that will be happening sometime during the course of this week. And like I said, the new moon coming in, it can happen. New moon brings what? New beginning. So this can trigger around the new moons from Friday and even beyond. And I'm going to even extend it. Even though this is a weekly, I'm going to even push it out for the rest of this month because there's a lot of cosmic energies. And when we think about Cancer, Cancer is, it rules the fourth house. It's about the home. It's about family. Cancers are very affectionate. You know, they crave that emotion, love, true love, right? And if they have found somebody that they really feel connected to, that really makes them feel very emotionally fulfilled. So it's all about emotional fulfillment for you Cancers at this time. So again, if your person is an air sign or a fire sign, there might be some sort of reconciliation moving forward in the future for you guys. Okay, now we're going to close out by seeing what your spirit guides have to say about that love oracle of twin flames. And what came out was heart-to-heart conversations. And that's what I mentioned about a few minutes ago, that you will be having heart-to-heart conversations connected to that coffee cup. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So this will be a period of time that you will be getting back, seeing each other, to sit down and have a heart-to-heart conversation, expressing how you truly feel. okay? And I feel that it's going to be something that you've been wanting to do and you've been putting off, and I feel that this is the time that you might be willing to just go right ahead and have that conversation. All right? So, good job. If that is the case, let me know. Hit that thumbs button to give me a like. And like I said, if that is the situation that is going to be happening where love is concerned, that is what I see. All right? Now, we're going to move over to the last part of your guys' reading. And now we're going to see what is happening when it comes to your money and finance surrounding job and career. And so the energy message there is this: knowing your value, prayers of manifestations is being seen, going towards bigger and better opportunities. So that is what is happening. And what made me come up with that energy message there, what came out is two major arcanas. And whenever we get major arcanas that come out in a spread, it does symbolize some type of major changes. It emphasizes the impact that the energy is going to have pertaining to whatever it is. We're tapping into money here. So the two majors that came out for you guys was the Empress connected or paired with that of the Magician, which is one of my favorite major arcanas. Why is the major arcana of the Magician my favorite? Well, it signifies different things. For one of which is because I always say that we have the power to unwind, to undo, and change the narrative of our story for the better. So when it comes to money, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your career, you are now seeing that you have the power to make changes. If you haven't been happy with where you're at, you're recognizing, I have the power to change that, right? Don't keep yourself locked up in a cage. But also, the Magician is that of manifestations. So maybe you have been praying, manifesting for some type of opportunity, some type of change, some type of financial stability surrounding your money and finance. And guess what? Your prayers have been heard, because with the Empress is that of abundance. It's that of birthing some type of new idea. It's the beginning of something that is going to be very positive surrounding this particular area of your life. So with these two majors coming out in your reading, connected to your money and finance, that shows promise, that shows hope. Speaking of which, as I look at the top of the deck, we have here the Sun, another major arcana. The Sun is that of positivity. So there's a lot of positive energy surrounding this area for you guys, kicking off not only starting from today, but through the month ahead. Now, another energy that I'm seeing as I look at the other deck is that of the Six of Cups, which is connected to you guys. So the Six of Cups has to do with nostalgia, the past memories, history. Now, for some of you, you might have been working at a job that you've been working with for quite some time, maybe for years. Now, one of which, maybe you are now been offered another opportunity, another job, and you're leaving that job to go somewhere else, or you have been waiting to see some type of recognition, maybe a bonus, maybe an extra pay raise. Put it where it fits for you. If this is resonating, then know that maybe after working for them, they are now seeing your value, seeing your worth, and now they are either going to promote you, or they are going to give you some sort of a pay raise that you've been waiting for quite some time. So it's going to be that, or it's going to be where you are fed up and it's like, I need change. I need to move on because I've been now presented with a better, bigger opportunity. My prayers have been heard. Okay? And then what clarified those energies of those major arcanas of the Empress to the Magician, we have the Five of Swords here. So the Five of Swords is an energy of not being happy. And I feel in terms of more of external conflict, I feel it was mental conflict that you have been suffering with yourself, because the swords is connected to the mental. It's the mental suit, right? The mind. So I feel that for some of you, you have been unhappy when it comes to this area of your life. And so again, like the magician, you're realizing I don't have to be unhappy. I don't have to be dissatisfied where I am. I have the power to do something about it, to create that abundant type of aspect of my life, right? And that is what you guys either have done already, this might be happening, or this is what will be happening coming up. And like I said, I have to keep mentioning that you guys got a new moon coming in. New moon represents new starts, new beginnings. So I'm going to leave it there. This is going to be the ending of you guys' weekly reading. I may have went a little longer than I wanted to, but it's okay. The messages my spirit wanted me to reveal and to interpret what it is that I needed to interpret for you Cancers. But as well, I will encourage you to come back later on this week on Friday, July 5th, to come back to see what comes out behind the new moon, being that it's going to be in your sign. All right, so Cancers, until the next solar return year, I'm wishing all of you a wonderful, amazing birthday today, but as well the rest of this week. Enjoy, be positive. Good things are in your energy. Utilize this energy at this time as you guys are building up momentum for good things to come coming up to this new moon. All right, until the next one, have a blessed and a wonderful and amazing, prosperous solar return. Peace, love, and light. Thank you for watching.